Hey, the stream deck, it works. Yay.
Everybody survived.
Everybody survived. Hopefully, you guys can hear us okay right now. It's weird because normally there's like a weird delay. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
That's weird. That normally doesn't happen.
That's why I said it was like we were in VR.
Ah, okay. I don't know if that's like a YouTube thing or something, but it's like, I don't like it. Very uncomfortable.
It's VR.
VR.
That's what I say.
Yay! All right. Well, anyways, I'm here with my daughter Sarah, and this is her first time streaming with me. We're giving it a whirl. We're trying out streaming here on YouTube because that lets us stream together. We can't. Sarah's not allowed on Twitch. Not old enough, but she is allowed here. A child. Then a small bean next to James. Hey! Wait a second. Anyways, I think is that trombone? I don't know. Anyway, please let me know if there's any stream quality issues or things like that in chat because YouTube is new. I've done one stream on YouTube and one stream only, and I streamed to both Twitch and YouTube
At the same time.
Yeah, simultaneously for that one, right?
Yeah, because Mom was looking at the YouTube stream and the Twitch stream at the same time.
Okay.
She was like viewing the YouTube stream, but like the Twitch stream was like small.
Okay. Gotcha.
So she was seeing both.
Gotcha. Okay, well today we're gonna play some Sky Team, which is a cooperative game
where you land a plane.
About landing a plane. Okay? But first, what do we have to do? There's something special we have to do. We need to add some
candy.
Some forbidden candy to the jar. Okay?
The jar of forbidden candy.
Yeah. Look, we got your flute thing taking up like
Yeah.
half the jar in here. Okay?
But
nice.
but if I hadn't given it to you, you would be sad.
I would. But now that helps us fill that up. Okay. So now
what are you gonna do when it's full?
I don't know. We'll have
party.
We'll have to figure out something fun. A party. I don't know.
Ultra long stream.
A marathon stream when we fill up the jar of of forbidden candy. I think that's fair. Okay, so let's take a look here. OBS is being laggy and weird. Hopefully that doesn't translate to stream. We'll see. Let me know if that's not the case. What's
Nothing.
Okay.
No us.
Okay, no us.
That's why I said
So
there's not.
Got it. Okay, we're gonna play Sky Team today. Now, I know the rules here. I haven't played this game because it is strictly 2 players.
2 players only.
That's right. So we're gonna play it together. I've entrusted Sarah to be the pilot.
I'm a pilot.
I'm not sure that was the best idea, but nonetheless, she likes blue, you see, and I figured she was gonna sit on this side. This is usually where Martina would sit, and I figured, you know, whatever, that's the pilot side, so Sarah's the pilot. Let's go. What could go wrong?
That's the co-pilot.
I'm the co-pilot, that's right. Okay, so in this game, this represents our plane, okay? And if the stream deck would play nice, we're gonna be trying. This represents kind of our current altitude and our distance from Montreal, which is where we're trying to land. That's the first scenario, okay? And all of this stuff represents kind of the status of our plane. So there's landing gear that we're gonna need to deploy. We're gonna have to raise our flaps to slow ourselves down. We have to manage our engine and the engine speed, because if the engine can turn, or the plane rather can turn if our engines are out of sync. And if that happens too much, well then guess what?
We crash.
We crash and die horribly. We lose, okay? And then we need to be able to brake at some point as well. So there's these cute little switches here that are used to show when we've activated stuff.
I punched out everything.
You did not punch out everything.
I punched out most everything.
Okay, you punched out most everything.
And I stuck the board together.
What could go wrong? You played this with Timey on BGA? Was it fun? Let me know what you thought of it, Trombone.
I had to stick it together
Yeah, I had to stick together one of these other things. So there's a whole stack of other components that we haven't actually used yet or won't be using because we have to beat the first scenario, the land in Montreal scenario. We have to beat
If we land in Montreal, our boss is like, yeah, you can land other planes now.
Exactly. We get promoted. We have to land in Montreal without dying in order to get promoted. Okay, so let's talk about the way the game works, or rather, let's talk about specifically what we need to do in order to win. Okay, we need to get our plane to to the right altitude. We have to land and be over top of the airport at the same time. Okay, these tracks are going to be able to move, and if we land in the ocean, well, that's a problem. Okay, so we got to land at the airport. That's one thing we have to be able to do. These tokens on here represent other airplanes that are in the sky, and we have to not crash into any of those airplanes because crashing is bad.
Then we die, and we don't get a promotion.
We don't get a promotion. The worst thing about it is we don't get that promotion. Okay?
Yeah, we need a promotion if we want to get rich.
Yep. So our landing gear, that's the pilot's job.
Yeah.
We have to activate all of our landing gear. Okay. And we have to activate all of our flaps. That's the co-pilot's job. Okay. Additionally, our plane needs to be perfectly level, because if we land like that, well, bad things are going to happen.
Our plane's broken. We don't get
the little switchy camera worked at exactly the wrong time. That's okay.
Dice.
That's okay. Anyways, our plane has to be level, okay, or we're very sad. And then our speed has to be less than our braking ability. Otherwise, we go off the end of the runway. And do you know what happens then?
You crash.
We crash. Okay. Why is this not changing back? That was held that for a really long time. It was fun. We enjoyed it greatly. We crashed the first time because we had too much space left to cover with the time remaining. The second time we knew what we were doing and were successful. I hope the planes don't look like that in the sky. They're already crashing into each other. Yeah, I mean, I kind of hastily threw the planes on the sheet there. I don't know. Okay, so does that make sense? We have to have all of our gear activated, landing gear and flaps. Our plane has to be level. Our speed has to be lower than our braking ability. And there has to be no other planes in the that we crash into in the airport, basically, and we have to actually land at the airport.
And we need to drink coffee.
We can drink coffee. That's a special thing that we can do that we'll talk about, okay? Because we're going to talk about all the actions that we can do, okay? Because Sarah has never played this game. Well, I mean, I haven't played it either, but I read the rules.
We both haven't played. It's a new experience.
You're right. So an important part about this game is it's cooperative, but
dice are secret.
Dice are secret. That's right. I did tell you this part, hey? So we have these blue pilot dice and these orange co-pilot dice. Mine are clearly less good than Sarah's. Okay, and we're going to roll these and keep them behind our player screen. This is going to be a little bit hard to do on camera. I don't know if we might be able to see Sarah's dice better than mine. I'm not sure. But an important part of this game is that we don't know each other's dice. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, we can... Sounds like much crashing is involved. Thanks, Martina. So, before the round, we can talk about where we want to place our dice and things like that.
Okay.
But we can't talk specifically like, oh, if you get a 6, you need to put it here.
Like,
okay?
Like you're in Race to the Raft?
Kinda, yeah, exactly. Like, you can kind of say, like, oh, I think we need to work on our landing gear, but you can't say, I'm gonna put a 3 right here or whatever. You just can't essentially be specific about it.
You can just say, I want to work on this.
Yeah, like, we need to make sure we're dealing with all these planes, or we need to, man, we're way behind on landing gear. We should focus on that. Those sorts of things. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, then we're going to play the round. There's going to be 7 rounds. Okay.
7? That's a lot of rounds.
Yeah, well, each round we're going to go down by 1,000 feet of altitude until we land on the final round. Okay? So it tells us right here who gets to play first. So in the first round, Sarah gets to play first.
Yeah.
Okay? And then I would get to play and so on. Okay? So on your turn, you're going to place one of your dice on one of the spots. Okay? And then I'm going to place one and so on. Okay? Now, when we place dice, any of the spots that are blue, only blue dice, only the pilot can control the landing gear, for instance. And only the co-pilot can control the flaps. And then there's some spots where we either one of us can do it. Okay? And if it shows a number on the thing,
you have to have one of those numbers.
Exactly. So for this spot, you'd have to have a 5 or a 6. Okay?
Do you have to activate them in order?
In some cases, yes. So you see these little arrows? So these ones, the brakes have to be activated in order, and so do the flaps. Okay, see the arrows? But because the landing gear doesn't have those, they do not need to be activated in order.
Yeah, I get the not need to be activated in order one.
It's true, which is deeply upsetting, but that's okay. Now, the only other thing, like something we absolutely have to do, see that little exclamation mark right there?
Yeah.
You know what? I might need to change this.
I see.
This thing. I thought this would be fun with it switching to the slider cam, but maybe it does it a little too often. I don't know. Anyways, it'd be a lot easier if the Stream Deck was, you know, cooperating. But basically, there's these little icons right here. Okay? And the reason that those are there is because we have to assign one die to our engine every round. Okay? If we don't, we lose. Okay? We both have to do it. So of our 4 dice, each of us is going to have to put a die here each time. Okay? Now, if
here.
We'll talk about that. Or whoa, sorry, that's this one. Am I getting this backwards? No. We don't have to do the axis one. We have to do our engines every time. My mistake. Okay? Oh wait, they're both mandatory. Never mind, I was wrong. They're both mandatory. Okay? So our axis, I'm going to put a die there, and then you're going to put a die there, or vice versa, or whatever, right? It doesn't have to be our first die, but at some point we have to place a dice. And what's going to happen is we're going to look at the difference between those 2 dice. So in this case, it's 6 minus 3.
3.
Which means we're going to turn 1, 2, 3 spots and then
Die.
Crash. Okay, so our dice have to be reasonably similar. If they're the same number, we stay level. Remember, in order to win, we have to be level, but if we twist and turn a little bit as we go, that's totally okay. Okay? Now our engines are going to determine our speed. When we put dice here, we're going to add it up, okay?
7.
And then we're going to determine how far we move, okay? If we move, if the number is in between these 2 indicators, you see the blue and the orange indicator there? Yeah. If it's in between these 2, we're going to move 1 space forward. If it's past the orange one, we're going to move 2 spaces forward. And if it's not at the blue one, we're not going to move forward at all.
Do we need to move forward?
We have to play an engine every time. So if we didn't want to move, we'd better play like 2 1s, right? Okay, does that make sense? Quit picking at your lip. All right. So axis will rotate us. We have to place one. Engines will determine how what our speed is and how far we move. Okay. Something I didn't tell you is that
how dare you?
This is the spot we're on up here, Sarah. Okay. When we move, we're gonna like slide this thing. Okay. If we move, like if we're on a space with a plane and we move, we die. Okay. So we have to get rid of those planes before we can move from those spaces.
How?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We can use the radio in order to radio ahead to those planes and get them out of our way. Okay? So when we put a die there, we look at that many spaces ahead of us and remove a plane from there. So if I put a 3 here, okay?
We would
then,
remove this.
well, yes, because it'd be 1, 2, 3. Ones are on our current spot.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and I would remove 1 plane. You only ever remove 1 per dice. So these spots with 3, that would either take us a whole round, or we're going to have to remove some of them in advance, right? Okay. Landing gear we talked about, pilot only. You can do it in any order. You either need a 1 or 2, a 3 or 4, or 5 or 6. Once you've placed a die, that's activated. Okay. When we activate our landing gear, it's going to increase the drag on our plane, and this is going to move up. So if we activate that, we're going to move this up 1. Okay. It's going to make it harder for us to move forward. More drag. Okay. Flaps work the same way, except for the co-pilot. Only I can place them there. I have to do mine in order. Ridiculous.
Huh.
Okay. And when I increase these, this is going to move this one up. Okay. So in either case, we're changing kind of the range at which we can, move forward, right? The more our flaps are up and our gear is down, the harder it's going to be, the more to move forward, right? The more drag there is. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Sweet. All right. So finally, there's coffee. Okay.
Coffee.
Anyone can place. Coffee. Well, you might need it as a pilot. Okay. Anyone can place a die here. That's why they're blue or orange. Okay. When you do so, you get to put a coffee cup on the board on a later turn or whatever. Some other time when you're placing a die, you can take this off the board to change a die value plus minus 1. Okay. 1s can't become 6s. 6s can't become 1s. Some games you can like loop over. Not this one. Okay. So coffee is like if we have extra dice and want to give us some.
5 can become a 6.
Yes, but a 6 can't become a 1. That's right. Okay. And then the brakes are only by the pilot. Strictly speaking, we need at least one of these activated or we'll lose. Okay. These increase our braking, which is this guy here. Okay, and remember, in order to win, our braking has to exceed our speed at the end on the last turn. Okay, so if we have a 2 for braking, we've only activated this one, then we need to put a 1 and a 1, snake eyes, on our engines, or we're going to lose. We better roll good, right? So the more the brakes are activated, the easier it's going to be. Okay, but I think we can only deploy them on the last round. The brakes only have an impact in the game's final round, but it doesn't say we can't, add to them.
Do they increase our drag?
No. Okay, so that's it. And then we do some end of the round stuff where this is going to go down 1. Okay. Every time we collect one of these, it's a reroll marker. Either of us can throw it away and we can reroll any or all of our dice. Like, oh, I'm going to keep these 2 4s and I'm going to reroll those other 2 or whatever. And we both reroll independently. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Sweet. I think that's it. We don't want to get to the airport. These are the special cases, right? If we get to the airport before our altitude's too low, it's okay because we just play a couple more rounds. That happens for real airplanes. They circle around the airport, right? If we get to the ground before we're at the airport, well, then we lose. Okay, so let's not do that. And yeah, I think that's all we need to know. We'll cover the final round when we get there, provided we don't blow up prior to that.
You ran into a bomb flying in midair. You died.
Mm-hmm. So, look, we get to take our reroll token. Okay. And, no. Oh. We're playing that round right now. Okay. Oh. And you're going to go first. So, let's discuss and then we roll our dice. So, what do we need to do? What do you think?
I think...
Hello, Megan. That's Grandma. Welcome in. It's weird having names. That makes me very confused.
I think we should have
Here, talk loud. I'm just gonna change the setting real quick on the
speed.
on OBS.
Speed. I think we should radio ahead to planes and say.
I think we should get rid of some of those
Yeah.
planes.
Yeah, some of the planes.
Okay.
As you can see, these planes are in the middle of having a brawl.
In the middle of having a brawl, which planes?
These two.
Yep, they're fighting. Maybe they'll just crash into each other and then we won't have to worry about them. What about that?
That would be pretty.
That'd be pretty alright. Okay, so you think we should try and radio ahead? So radioing ahead is going to take fairly high rolls, right?
I think you should.
Don't let them crash.
I think you should.
Rolling airplanes, fun times. You think I should radio ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're going to do all the cool stuff while I work the radio? Hey guys, can you get out of my way?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Listen, there's this whole page of strategic advice. We could read that prior to playing, but that seems foolish. Why not? Why not learn by doing instead, right? You do?
Yeah, I do.
You don't just want to like crash?
I do.
Okay.
I still think we should radio ahead to some planes though.
I think we should as well. Sounds about right. Okay, so it says the briefing period is very important. That's what we're doing now, talking, right? So look closely at the approach track and study your situation. Is it better to advance 0, 1, or 2 spaces? What elements could cause you to lose the game? What is urgent? What can wait? So I think we don't want to worry about we don't want to increase our drag a bunch yet, because otherwise we have to put a lot of high dice in order to move forward, right? I think we should try and just keep this nice and simple and try and move 1 forward. So we want to have our dice add up somewhere between 5 and 8. Do you think we can do that?
Yeah, I think we can.
3-ish, 4, something like that. Okay. We can only communicate before rolling dice, and then by placing our dice. We can't talk otherwise. Like we can't tell each other what to do, right?
So I think you should radio.
Okay. What if I roll like 4 1s?
Then we're not gonna move.
Okay. We're not going to radio either. I'm going to call the airspace right here and hey, those clouds. Hey, clouds. Could you get out of the way, please? Like, I don't know. Okay. Okay, so something I want to not mess up.
Slidey cam.
Let's try not to screw up our axis here. Okay, so we want our dice to be the same. Doesn't matter who places there first. Just we want them to try and be the same. So maybe placing on these ones kind of early so that we have an idea of what we're working with. Maybe not a horrible idea. If I put a 6 here and you're stuck and all you have is a 1 and that's your last die, well, guess what?
We die.
We lose, right? Okay. Coffee.
Bye, everybody.
Coffee is good.
We just crashed our plane. Hey, boss. Can we have a refund on our life, please?
Refund on our life. Wow. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think you're right. We should radio ahead. We should try and
move 1.
Move 1. If we move 2 or 0, it's not a big deal, but we should probably try to move 1, especially if we can radio ahead a little bit. And then
we don't want to increase our drag.
Not yet. Right? So maybe if we have extra dice, we can try and get some coffee or something just to have them there as a reserve.
And if I have enough dice, if I have a 2 handy, then I can use it to do that. Because that doesn't increase drag, what you said.
That's right. So it says here for the brakes, right? It says place a die respecting they must be deployed in order, immediately advance the thing. Your speed must be lower than the position of your red brake marker during the last round of the game. That's it. So I don't think there's any reason why we couldn't do those in advance. All right, so let's give it a try.
It's easier for us.
Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Are you gonna roll in there? I'm gonna try not to look. Okay?
Yeah. What about the slidey cam?
Well, whatever. The slidey cam's the slidey cam. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to see my dice, but I'm going to try not to look at Sarah's here. And you'll notice that this is blue, so you go first. So no more talking about what we're going to do. You just get to place a die.
Okay, I want to place one of my dice.
Dice, come on, dice.
Dice. Okay, I'm gonna get us something good.
I believe in you. Make good choices. Make good choices.
That's a good choice, right?
It might be a good choice. It might be.
Now it's your turn.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna do this for reasons.
Okay.
Okay?
Okie dokie.
For reasons.
Artichoke.
Okie dokie artichoke. That's exactly correct.
I want to put one of my dice on the radio,
To call ahead.
but I
You can just do it. You don't have to. You know what? You're the pilot. It's not like you have to ask permission or something.
first I'm gonna do my axis though.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna put out this 2. Okay. And as soon as I put that down, we compare the difference, right? So because mine's higher, right? We're gonna move this 1 tick over that way. Okay. Here you go.
Don't forget about your
Engine? Oh, I am aware of the engine.
Okay. You know what? I think I might radio ahead to some planes.
Okay.
Is that cool? With my
4.
4, yeah.
Okay. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, and we get rid of
one of
this
those.
guy. Okay. It's
You
good.
know, planning
It's good.
ahead.
I like planning ahead. I like planning ahead so much that I am also going to radio ahead.
Whoa! What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and get rid of one of these guys.
Okay. Well, that's also good.
Your go. Last dice. You know where mine has to go, right?
Can I use the coffee?
It's up to you. We can't decide. We can't talk about it.
I'm gonna use the coffee, so this becomes a 2, and I can deploy one of the brakes.
It really irritates me that these switch this way. They should be the other way, in my opinion. I don't like it.
Well.
Anyways, okay,
And
so
then we move this
that to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna put my 5 here.
So
Okay,
that means
so 8. So we're gonna move 1. Okay, so this we slide, right?
Mhm.
Now the interesting thing is when we place the engines, something that I think we're gonna have to remember. Mom says, good reminder, Sarah. Something we're gonna have to remember is that as soon as the second engine thing is placed, we move it, right? So if we move it before, say, radioing ahead, it's gonna change. Like when we move it matters. We're effectively like, if we move 1, we're kind of like increasing our radio range by 1 almost. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. So I think we should try to remember that. Okay, so it is the end of the round. Let's make sure we get this right. So
Where did
we
get that reroll token.
right here. It's in this little nubbin. I don't know that I like that thing, but it does make it obvious if we've spent it. Okay, so we're gonna decrease this. Our altitude has gone down by 1,000 feet. Okay, and we get our dice back, and then if we're on the last round, because these things are even, then great. If they're not, then, well, you know. All right, so what do we, before we roll, let's discuss. What do we need to do?
Radio ahead to this plane, so we need a 2.
We need a 2 or a 1 after we move.
Yes.
Okay? I think we're comfortable moving 0 or 1.
Yes.
Right? Because I think
2, because else we will run into that
totally.
plane.
I think it might be okay for us to try to move 0 and get rid of some of these planes and then move 2 on a future turn. What do you think?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So
I concur.
we'll see based on how we roll, but I think let's try to move not very far if we can. And this axis, we don't want to tilt toward me. Like 3 is 2 more is dead, right? So I think, we want to play a higher number on your side. Like don't play a 1 or something into the axis.
Unless you also play a 1.
Oh yeah, but we would want to even out if we could.
Yeah,
right?
I would play like a 2 and you would play the 1.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, anyways, well, obviously we don't know what dice we're going to get, but like, don't be I had a 6, 2 5s, and a 2 last time. So I was like, am I going to play a 5 here? I don't think so, right?
I had 2 1s.
Did I say nubbin? I did say nubbin. Leave me alone.
I had 2 1s, a 3, and a 4.
All right, let's roll these dice. No peek seeing. And I go first this round. I go first.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have talked about other things, but I didn't. So.
I just took my die.
All right.
You start.
Do you start? Okay.
Low.
Darkness, my old friend. What's a nubbin? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Friend.
Get out of here. Okay, I'm going to...
I've come to talk to you again.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to do this. Usually there is not any singing on my stream. That makes me quite uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
What's a nubbin? Get out of here, Martina. Who invited you anyway?
So,
how's the stream quality, by the way, friends? I would love a mention in chat.
do you have
Yeah,
a 2
I can't
that
tell
you
you.
didn't play?
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna place this out here, and I'm gonna assume you know what to do.
You're gonna assume that I know what to do. That, my dear, was your first mistake.
No! Maybe you should get a coffee and then use it to make a 2 over here.
Yeah. Listen, don't you go giving me advice and ideas and stuff.
But I thought you wanted ideas.
Nope. Okay. This is hard, actually. So I think we're gonna die. I'm gonna radio ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm gonna
Get some coffee.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
assuming you have something.
Put a 3 there, so nothing changes.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth the coffee to level it up.
Can I gain us another coffee?
No.
I can't.
Well, sure you can. Just don't forget that we need an engine. At least one of your dice has to be on engines.
Okay. Then I don't have very good options right now.
Too much faith in Dad's rolling. Get out of here. That's a mistake.
Okay, I want to radio us ahead to other planes.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to use our coffee again.
Listen, you said you hate coffee, and you're like, put it straight in my veins. Like,
And radio ahead to this plane.
okay, that's good.
Bye.
So, just so you know, with the planes, the way they work when radioing ahead, or we crash if there's a plane on the spot that we're on and we leave that spot. Okay? So we have to move our engines every time. But even if we're on a spot with a plane, if we move 0, we don't die. And it's not the end of the world if we move forward or whatever. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. In fact, it's so much not the end of the world that I think I'm just going to use this 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get rid of one of those guys. Call it a day.
I only have a 5.
That's okay.
Oops.
I mean, you had a 2 and a 3. You just didn't use them here like we discussed. Okay, so 5 plus 2, that's 7. So we move 1 space. That's fine. No big deal. All our dice are done. We'll move this. We're descending a little bit. We get our dice back. Let's talk about next round.
I say the slide cam.
True. Pardon?
I say the slide cam.
What about it?
It's a slidey cam. It's sliding right now, in fact.
It is.
Why?
It's okay. Is that amusing or something?
I don't know.
All right. So what do we need to do? I think it's time for us to start doing some of this stuff. Right?
Because we need to have it all deployed. But
Well, yeah, like especially for me, I need to do 4 in a row in order. It's going to make it really hard for us to move 2, but we've always moved 1, so we don't actually have to move 2 yet. So I would like to start trying to do a couple of these. That's what I would like to do. If we could level out, that'd be good. So you should still play a higher die there if possible. But, you know, you ready?
Yeah. Let's
All right.
I
Let's
really
roll.
want it to be on a slidey cam. It just never is.
Oh, listen. Oh, you know what? I don't actually have it on the Stream Deck to switch to that cam. It's only on the timer, and I changed the timer to be less frequent. Listen. You just want to be able to roll and have it show your dice rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. For you, I will go
rolling
set a thing up really quick to do that.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. Entertain our guests.
Do you want to hear a joke?
Oh my god, never mind. I take it back. Don't entertain our guests.
What is the best type of police officer?
No!
Meet police officer specifically.
Okay, say the joke again. I won't interrupt you.
Okay, what kind of meat would be the best police officer? Nobody knows the answer. The correct answer is salami. Like with
Salami.
law me.
Oh god. I regret everything. Okay, I think I made a button for the slider. That should work.
I said it says slider.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. If I put this on,
Ooh, it works.
there you go. Roll into there. I just won't look. You know this joke? Another one. Mom wants to hear another joke.
Okay.
I'm not sure I want to hear another joke.
Well,
but
what do horses wear in their hair?
I don't know.
A ponytail.
God. Oh, it hurts the soul. It hurts the soul. Sarah's favorite activity is telling groaners and hurting me inside with each one. What's your most favorite joke of all time?
I don't know. The ones that annoy Dad the most.
Yeah, exactly. I knew it. You didn't look at my dice, did you?
No.
I suppose we were supposed to talk. Oh, we did talk about what we want to do. You're first this round.
Deploying.
You're first this round. Keep in mind we also have this reroll token in case things are really spicy, and you can use it at any time, including after you've already played some dice. But obviously it would make more sense to use it earlier, and we would probably only want to use it if we're like desperate, right?
I can deploy all of my stuff this round if I wanted to.
But-
Actually, no, I couldn't because I have to deploy it too.
You know what? We can't talk about it. Math my chicken. That's the favorite joke, probably.
Okay, well,
Don't tell me what you're doing. Just do it. I believe in you. Don't forget, we need to place for our engines and our level axis. 3.
please don't make me regret this.
What is that supposed to mean?
Don't play a 1.
You're a 1.
You're a 1 out of 0. That's nice though. Out of 0, you're 1.
first flap. So now
Oh, buddy.
we still need the other.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, we still need the other 3, but we need all of them in order to win. So don't look at my dice. Top secret dice. Tried to keep them sort of on camera. I don't know if that actually works. Probably not really.
Camera.
All right, let's see it. What's it gonna be?
I'm going to play this. Switch this.
What are you switching? Oh, that. Oh, I see. You increased our drag. I get it. Okay.
Be mindful. We probably want to radio ahead to some planes.
I appreciate the advice. It would work better if they weren't yellow dice. I mean, they're orange, but you're right. Also, I think this is maybe a little underexposed. It's probably a little bit dark.
1, 2.
You can tell me what you think.
4, 5.
Also, if there's no plane on the spot you radio to, just nothing happens, right?
Okay, your turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this 3 here, so nothing will change. We're still a little lopsided. We got 7, so we're gonna move 1 forward. Okay. And with my final die, I'm gonna get a coffee. Okay. All right. What do we want to talk about?
Okay, I think we should radio ahead to some planes since there's planes until we land.
Yeah, if we move this turn and we don't radio ahead to this one, which requires us to get a 1, then we die. We lose. We crash into it. Okay? So we have to. Let me actually make sure that I got that right. But
Stream deck.
what about the Stream Deck?
It looks cool.
It is cool.
I really want to press the button.
If 1 or more airplane tokens move into your current position, you're still alive. If there's airplane tokens in your current position and you have to advance it, you lose. Okay, and if we overshoot the airport, we also lose. Okay, so if we end up moving 2 and we only need to move 1 to the airport, we lose. Okay, so listen, I need to continue activating these. I'd like to try and activate at least one of these, but you're right, we need to radio ahead. So that means that, like, we need to be moving not far, right? Like no more than 1. So it probably also wouldn't be terrible if we activated, like if our drag went up a little bit more, it's probably okay, right? Because we want to be not moving very far, I think. What do you think?
I think, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Shaky, shaky. We got good rolls. Oh, I go first this time.
Yup.
That's cool.
Do you mean that as in high or low rolls?
I mean that as in yes. Take care of this little plane problem for us.
Okay, thanks.
All right, our drag increases. Nice. But notice you absolutely wussed out on the engine.
I could activate my other thing, but it would increase our drag.
I think it's going to take a while to get a feel. We play a lot of games, you know, with with Auntie, we play Hanabi a lot. And Hanabi is a game that you play with your cards facing outward. So everybody else at the table, it's cooperative. Everybody else at the table knows what your cards are, you don't. And you have to communicate, but there's rules around how you can communicate. You kind of have to get like the vibe. You know, if everybody's on the same level, you tend to win. And if you guys are just not thinking kind of similarly, you tend to lose. Yeah.
Do you want me to activate this last thing? Because I could.
I'm not telling you. We can't communicate.
I know, but
I want us to... Okay, listen. Strictly speaking, we shouldn't do this. I want us to not lose the game from turning and spinning and crashing. That's what I want. More than anything else.
I want to play my die that I could use to move this.
You know, if you tell me that you could do that, then I know what the value is. Right?
Then,
just listen, we're trying our best to work together, make good decisions. I definitely won't judge you and blame you relentlessly if you fail.
That's reassuring.
All right. Yeah, the slider cam thing is fun, but the timing doesn't quite work. It would work in the way I would normally play a game, I think. All right, so a 1, hey?
Yes, a 1. I really don't want us to spin off and die.
So...
Coffee? Are we gonna spin off and die?
Listen, I don't understand you. We'll talk about it after the round. Don't forget, you gotta play one of those dice on the engine.
I feel like you're gonna be angry at me if I do what I want to.
Just listen, I'm not gonna be angry. We might just die a horrible death. That's okay.
Well,
Would it be like an op cost stream if there wasn't at least a little bit of failure? The answer is no, Sarah. Okay, so we move 0.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I be angry about that? I'm
'Cause
gonna use both these coffee to make them my 3 into a 1. Remember, anyway, we'll talk about it after.
well, that ruined plan.
Me? Making us not crash?
If you had used 1 coffee, I would have been able to do this. But now I have to either radio ahead and do nothing or get us a coffee. So I'm going to get us a coffee.
You could also activate the brakes.
Oh, yeah, I could. You know what? I'm going to do that. Forgot that I had activated that. That would have made everything a whole lot easier.
All right, so we don't move, but our altitude goes down. We have 3 reroll tokens, so we really should consider rerolling if we need dice. It's probably going to matter more later. So listen, let's talk about this axis thing. If you play a 1 there, we can never move it to level. You have to play a higher die than me, right? Because we're trying to shift it back toward you, and this needs to be flat for us to land. And we didn't move, so we better move 2 this round to catch up, right? I got some work to do. This is not, I think we're gonna fail horribly. Anyways, I think we gotta move far. So big dice on the engines. We can level out if we can, and I gotta start placing some stuff here.
I think
You've done most of your stuff. Like, if we didn't get any more here, that would be okay, right?
we just have to play low-ish dice.
Yeah, but like, this would be nice to have, but I would say it's optional.
Oh, I forgot to move this.
Oops. I would say this is optional, right? This we need to have, but we have 3 rounds to get us 5 or a 6. So you have done most of your stuff. You might need to be the one to radio ahead, I think. Because I got lots left to do. I've been slacking in my co-pilot duties.
Yup.
All right, let's go.
Slider of greatness.
Oh.
It's the slider.
It's too hard to switch to. There you go. And then I have to not watch. I don't even know if you leave the dice there long enough for anyone to see. Oh no, she says. Hey, you know what? You're first. If your dice are tragic, you can use one of our 3 reroll tokens.
I think I'll do that. It's that bad.
All right, I just set them. This thing annoys me because your dice is always blocking it. So let's just set them aside, okay? And then you can reroll any number of dice. If there's some you want to keep, that's fine.
Yeah, I know what I want to keep. These. Okay, not as tragic as before, but not what I was hoping for.
I'm gonna reroll a couple as well. Don't look.
Okay. What did you have before the reroll?
Yeah, I don't want to tell you because I think that that's giving too much info. All right.
Okay.
What you got? You go first.
The only die I have will not allow us to move. That's my best radioing die.
Okay. I'm doing my part. Are you doing yours?
Yes.
Okay, you didn't just want to move 2?
If we move 2, we die.
No. Oh, you're right. Oh dear. I hadn't thought of that. I keep thinking that we'll end up there, but we would actually end up here, which would be not good. Right? I'm aware. This is really clumsy for me.
Do you have a 2 or 3?
Okay. I think I'm gonna use another one of our reroll tokens. It's desperation over here.
Okay.
It's desperation over here.
Do I want to reroll
Any of your
one
dice?
of them?
Do I want to reroll this one or do I want to keep it? It gives me options, but do I think I want to reroll all of these.
I don't want to reroll any of mine.
Okay. Okay, well that was suboptimal, but
At least I don't think I do.
we got.
Actually, I do.
Okay.
Or do I? I have to assume that you have a high die.
Just figure out. Are you gonna reroll any or no?
Roll
That one.
this
Okay.
one.
All right. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Okay.
Okay. I'm putting this here.
Activate that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that increases this. So to move 2, we would need to have more than 10.
I want to put out all my landing gear, so I am.
Okay. Sarah, we gotta talk strategy because you're making things really
Wait, no,
hard.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Can't, because I have to put 2 here.
Feels like the crash might be imminent. Hard to say.
Okay. I'm just gonna tell you this. This was because...
Okay, so that's fine. So we move 1. It's no big deal. It's fine, Sarah. Well, one day you'll play the Axis die before me so that I can respond and fix our plane, but you refuse to do it and it's making it really hard. You know, the cooperation thing requires us to actually play dice in the places so that we can, you know? Well, I know I'm not going to do that one. So I guess this is going here. And I hope that that's magical.
Die.
Oh my god, you have a 6?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So next time you only have a this is probably going to kill us dice in the axis slot.
Actually, wait, I can re-roll it.
Sure. Okay. We'll pretend we didn't talk about it. We didn't talk. No talking has happened. 3? Okay, so this is gonna move 1, 2, 3. It's a rough ride, but we're not dead. So next time you only have a 6 to put in the axis spot, put it there immediately, because then I could have played this 5. You have to play higher than me, so I'm never gonna play a 5, because then you would have to play a 6, which is really unlikely, right? But like we have to, no, I haven't played this yet.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, we have to kind of telegraph what we're trying to do.
You should put it here.
So I could put this here, but the thing is, one of these rounds we have to move 2. So if I put this here, it makes it harder for us to do that. So I think I should just get a coffee with this.
Yeah.
Okay? And then we have to move 2 this coming round, and we should do it at the start of the round, right? Because this is going to go down. Okay? So we got to catch up, get to that airport before we crash into this sea or something. So...
Oh, we got to fix our plane.
Yeah, so we have to move 2. So we have to get a 1, and we have to get a total of 11 or 12. So 6s and 5s only, right? Like it's going to be hard to do. Okay, I think that, so we have to deal with that first before we move, but then we probably want to move right away so that I can do these, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yikes. I mean, yes, I'm really glad we have no rerolls. Who needs them? My dice are flawless.
It was either that or we're dead right now.
My dice are flawless. Okay. I'm fixing this problem for us.
Thank you.
There you go. Oh.
The tension is real.
Yeah,
We're about to land.
So this means, wait. Was it here? Or no, it was here, right? Because there was one plane there. So we were going to move 1, 2, which means that next round we have to move 0. I guess we didn't have to move 2. I don't know, whatever. Anyways.
Okay, my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a dream. I have a dream move that I'm hoping you're going to make here. If you guys could see my dice here, I'm going to try and just zoom in on these. Don't look at the screen. Look here. I don't know if you guys can see those. Okay. This is maybe not quite the dream move.
Play something higher than a 2.
But the worst things have happened. So we get to move at 1.
Pretty good.
Alright, here we go.
We have to deploy landing gear, right?
Yeah. We need that deployed in order to win, and we don't want to move next round. We want to go 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Nice. That'll increase our thing. Now, my problem is that these exist, right? So I'm going to use this 1 coffee in order to turn this 3 into a 4 so that I can activate this. Because then the only thing that needs to happen is I need this, a 5 or a 6.
And we need to tilt this back to straight.
Yes, so whoa, you still have 1 more die.
Yeah, I still do. I have 1 more die. So, there's no planes to radio to, so we have to have some coffee.
All I could think of was Tangled when you said that. What did I say that made you think of Tangled? Do you know what I was talking about?
No, I don't.
I don't know
Maybe
either.
it was previously.
It probably was, but I just don't know. Okay, so this is going to move down. So we have no rerolls. We're ready to touch down. Let's look at the final landing or final round thing to make sure that we get this right, okay? So it says the final turn. The final round begins when the airport image appears in the current position screen and the airplane image appears in the current altitude screen. We're doing it, okay? So it says the way we read our speed changes. During the final round, when playing the second engine die, instead of comparing your speed with your aerodynamic markers, compare it with your brakes. Okay, so we do have to be at the airport on the final round. We did have to move to. Okay, so we have to get an engine lower than 6 or we lose. Okay, so probably. Okay, and then we win if there's no airplane tokens on the approach track. All flaps and landing gear show the green light, so we just need this one. We have to be completely horizontal, and our speed needs to be lower than our brakes. Okay, so I think we can do that. But what's the essential stuff that we need to talk about first? This, I have to play a higher die than you, right?
So I could play something like a 1 to make it easy.
Well, yeah, and hopefully I don't have like 4 6s or something because we have no rerolls, right? But like, yeah, probably low. You want to play something low.
And we also
if you play a 5 there, we're gonna
to
lose. Yeah, so we need low dice. You need low dice in both of these, right? I have a little bit more flexibility, and I need a 6 for this. Okay. All right.
Let's roll.
And if we can get any extra coffee,
that would be
because we have fewer things to do, then that would be fabulous for making that happen.
And the slide.
I have a dream. Oh, that made me think of Martin Luther King, not Tangled. But, you know, that is a good scene, though.
Actually, I rolled the exactly perfect dice.
The exactly perfect dice. Well, you get to place first, so show me the exactitude of the perfection.
I got a 1.
Hey, well, you know what's neat about that?
You got a 2. Yeah!
I got a 2. All right.
I also got a 1.
Well, you know what's neat about that?
What? You got another 2.
No, but I'm going to use this coffee cup and make this 4 into a 5 before I forget. And I'm going to activate this. All right, here you go. Thank you. Good call.
My
Good
go.
Call. Good call.
All I have is 2 dice, and I can either radio and do nothing or get us some coffee.
Yeah.
I have.
I don't think there's going to be that much to do in the last round.
I'm just gonna tell you what my other die is.
So look, we have 4. We just won.
Yeah.
What was your other die?
A 6. I got 2
You had 2
ones
6s?
and 2 6s.
Oh wow. I got a 2, 3, 3, and a 4. So I didn't have the 5 I needed, but we had the coffee that we needed. Right? So I had another 3. But we did it.
I had 2 1.
Right?
Yeah, we landed in Montreal. And our boss is just like, you successfully landed without dying? I'm surprised. You get a promotion.
That is a low bar. You successfully landed without dying. Promoted. I wish my job was like that.
Except without the dying
promotion.
part.
Well, I would prefer not to die at my job, yeah.
You don't die.
So what did you think of Sky Team so far?
It was pretty fun.
It was hard.
Yeah, it was hard, but it was fun.
What do you think we could have done to play better?
I feel like
I think we need to be on the same page with these. The engine one's less bad. This one's really hard, and you seem really reluctant to play an Axis die. And I found often like it was tilted to my side, so I wanted to avoid screwing us, and I was hoping you would play something, and you didn't seem to want to a lot. That was a challenging thing. But I think that's probably the practice thing. It's like sometimes you're gonna want me to
the cactus.
Practice cactus, it's true. Sometimes you're gonna want me to play a die, and you're gonna not play it and hope that I figure it out. And sometimes I want you to play a die, and I'm gonna not play it and hope you figure it out. Right? So I think that's just practice. Now, good job. Thank you. The crowd goes wild. All right, so listen, we got this. You guys can't see, but off screen here, there's a ton of other components.
You can kind of see them.
You can kind of see. And this flight log that says very specifically, warning,
do not open until you've successfully landed in
Montreal. So we did that. So we get to do like another scenario. But before we do another scenario, Do we need to take a 2-minute break?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take 5. Okay, we're gonna
We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Exactly. We'll take a quick break here, a little bio break, and when we get back, we will try out a scenario from the book and probably crash immediately. So we'll see you guys
soon.
Shortly. All right, welcome back, friends. Hopefully, hopefully we'll have a bit more success. We've been back for a couple of minutes, but the Stream Deck did not want to cooperate.
Like landing a plane. That's a kind of success.
Yeah.
This Stream Deck working successfully, another kind of success.
Oh, well, we had an off-cost logo right over your head.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know that. Well, I might have to switch this around for YouTube a little bit better. And figure out why OBS is lagging. I don't know what that's about either. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to pick a scenario from this scenario book.
Scenario.
It says here that there's 4 difficulties.
Yeah, can I read them out loud?
Sure you can. There's green, which is what?
Green is routine landing. Yellow is exceptional conditions. Red, elite pilots only. Now you might think that's the hardest one, but no. Black, heroic landing. Success will put you in the history books.
Okay, so we're not going to do one of those. You don't see an OpCost logo right over Sarah's head? Like, I mean, it's like, it gets automatically put into videos by YouTube. You can like click on it for channel information. It gets put there after like, I don't know.
Maybe it's only put in the VOD.
45 seconds in or something. It's definitely there in my view. But that might be, I see one over Sarah, and no. Okay, so maybe it's device specific or something? Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay, so let's pick a easy scenario, but something that isn't Montreal, because we've done Montreal, right? Mm-hmm. So let's try going to Heathrow.
Yeah, Heathrow.
Do you know where the Heathrow airport is? It's one of the biggest airports in the world.
No.
What's your guess? It's London.
Oh.
Okay? And not London, Ontario. London,
real London.
which is where?
In Europe?
In England. London, England, which is in Europe.
So I was correct.
Yeah. You see the River Thames cutting a black channel through the lights of London as you near the airport. There is traffic at the end of your approach. Stay calm and land your plane. Okay, so we're going to do that one. So, there's some difference. Setup is the same in the landing procedure booklet with the following difference. Instead of the Montreal approach track, use the approach track corresponding to the name and color of your scenario. All right, do you want to find the Heathrow airport in there? LHR, I think. Some approach tracks are longer or shorter than others, so there might not be 7. Also, something that's worth noting is that, we did Montreal, right? Mm-hmm. But Montreal's double-sided.
Montreal.
Well, it's the same on both sides, but the other ones might be different. And this is double-sided. This is the hard difficulty, right?
But we're only on the easy.
We played on easy mode, right?
And we're still playing on easy mode.
Yeah, sure.
Just to confuse you.
To confuse me.
No, not to confuse you, to confuse the viewers.
The viewers, I see. So like this one we have less time, right?
Not necessarily.
Or sorry, we have less distance to travel.
Yeah.
But we have more time to do it in, actually.
Yes.
Okay, it says select modules indicated by the chosen scenario. Leave the others in the box. Each game module is explained in the booklet. When a scenario uses a game module, blah, 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 blah. So this one uses nothing. The one we happen to pick, it would show icons up here. But we don't have those. Some scenarios offer you a chance to use special ability cards. It would appear that...
Ooh.
Do we have a thing like this? Are that just these? On the back? No. Why? What is this card? I don't see that. Right?
In the box, maybe?
No, there's nothing in the box.
Oh.
It's just like... Okay, these are the special ones, right? Oh, we don't want to do that. We want to play on noob mode.
Yeah.
Right?
There's also it says there's a traffic die specific symbol.
I was gonna say I see that. So let's figure out what that one is. Okay. So we don't get special abilities, we don't get special modules, but we do get the traffic die. Sorry, I assumed it was gonna be printed, so I set it aside. So it says the skies are particularly busy today. Airplanes seem to be appearing out of nowhere. If there's a traffic icon in the current position screen at the beginning of the round, which there is in round 1, okay? Roll the traffic die as many times as there are die icons, ooh, bless you, in that space. Each time you roll, add an airplane token to the space indicated by the value of the die. Ooh.
There's no ones. The lowest you can roll is 2. There's multiple 4s and multiple 3s and 1 5.
Okay, so if we stay on this space, we have to roll dice every time. Like if we move 0, then at the start of the next round we'd have to roll the die again.
I don't want to do that.
No, that would suck. Okay, so that's easy enough to do. And then... Oh, that's the only scenario. That's the only thing we have to add for this. That's good, because there's like a ton of stuff. Look, let's take a look real quick. There's the traffic die, which we're adding. There's turns, which we don't have. Okay. There's kerosene as a module. There's the intern. There's wind. Time. There's play it in real time. Yikes. There's a kerosene leak. There's ice breaks. Oh my god. Okay.
That just tells you.
Does this but it shows us what's involved in each of them, right? So we can see that there's quite a few intro scenarios that don't have any special stuff. All right, what is the intern? Oh, that's, I see. There's icons for all those things. There's nothing for turns. Ominous clowns. Ominous clowns. Ah!
Horror stream.
Exactly.
Watch at your own risk.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Viewer
so
discretion is advised.
I'm really glad we don't have turns, because it says that when there's turns, you have to be in like those specific positions. You have to turn and like end the round in that specific spot, or you lose immediately. And they look like this, right? So like if we were on this one, we would have to be in either of the leftmost positions, or we would lose immediately. Yikes. All right. So we got to reset these things back to their starting indicator, and then we got to flip all these switches. No. You got to make a sound. God. Yeah, that's disappointing. All right. So we got to put planes out on here. One. Do you see the little icons? 2, and 2. All right. So you get to go first again. And I don't know if we always put 2 here. It's weird. In the rules, it just shows one thing. In the rules, it says to put 2 on 2000.
Yeah, I think the only difference is for the hard mode.
On the hard mode, we would only get 1 reroll.
For the whole game.
Yikes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
All right. Whoa, is there anything we need to discuss first?
We.
Oh, hey, our brakes are broken. That's
The lowest we can roll is 2, so we want to radio 1 and move up 1.
we only want to roll radio a 1 if we're on the spot with the plane.
Yeah, but the lowest we can roll is 2 for this, and we have to roll.
Okay, but that means we're adding a plane to the number 2 spot, right? So in fact, we get to do that first. Like, I don't know whether it's probably before we discuss. So roll that. So a 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we want to get off this spot so that we stop adding additional planes. We want to move at least 1.
Yeah.
And I think the single thing we need to do the most of is radio ahead. Right?
There's too many planes.
Because there's lots there. And we're going to be adding extras.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need a sip of water before we start?
Yeah.
All right, grab your sip of water and then roll. No peek-seeing. Those are dice.
They're dice and a half, or are they just dice?
I don't want to talk about it. All right. We also have our 1 reroll token available to us. Don't forget.
Roll.
All right. Get to it. Get to it.
Okay, these are roll and 3/4.
Wow. You go first.
Oh no, I get to go first.
Hmm?
So we want to radio ahead.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of this for us.
Okay.
So we can move 2, but we don't want to because then we have to roll that stupid traffic die again.
I mean, we probably don't need to move 2 ever. We have less distance we need to travel this time, right?
Okay.
Here you go. What's gonna be?
This. So even if you play a 1, we still move.
Okay. I think I will play 1.
Thank you. Oh, we need to do the.
Yeah, I know you forget about it every time, and it always
gonna
makes
play
it
3.
awful. Oh yeah, because you can do yours out of order. La-di-da. I'm radioing 5 ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, these guys are going.
And we move so we don't need to roll the stupid traffic die.
We do not. So we get all our things back. This goes down 1. No rolling the traffic die. I go first this time. What do we want to discuss? What do we need to do? We still need to radio ahead a lot, right? Which is primarily me, which is why I did this when I had the die. Because I've got to focus on doing some of this radio. I could use some help though.
Okay, yeah, I can help you.
And I think we don't want to move exceptionally fast. Like moving 0 would be okay.
Yeah.
0
Then we
or
don't
1.
need to
Like
roll.
we want to be putting, we want to not be getting too crazy here. Probably we just got to slowly start working on all this stuff. I mean, I think getting this up early maybe isn't terrible just because like we want to not move very far anyway, because we're going to have to waste a turn. Like we're going to be at the airport before we're ready to land, right? So at some point we have to move 0. So getting our drag up early isn't a terrible thing, right? What do you think? Anything else we need to think about? Play the axis die, not last.
Yeah, okay.
Because we don't want to lose. So I guess I want to be playing a higher value than you,
Yes.
right? All right.
By 1, probably.
Well, yeah,
Most...
but like the point is I'm not playing a 1 or a 2 into there.
I got Trash dice.
Trash. One man's trash is another pilot's treasure. Come on.
Well, I have absolutely horrible dice if we don't want to move 2.
I have to go first, hey?
Mm-hmm. Can you get us some coffee?
You can't ask that.
Oh,
All right, we can't talk now. You should have said that before we rolled. Cannot discuss during. It's like,
silence.
Absolute silence. Which is like a thing that I don't love about games. I think that games that restrict communication, like we're in the same plane, we should be able to talk, right? But if it was deterministic, then it wouldn't be very fun. It's kind of a shame. But ta-da. Here you go. Rightly or wrongly, that's what you get. Oh, you're going for the coffee. A 6. Cool.
Please don't use it.
What if I like coffee? I'm gonna be angry. Okay.
But if you could play another die here, that would be great.
Moving 0 is okay.
You know what? No.
I like coffee. Agreed. See?
I want to make this level.
But do it.
But then we'll have to move 1.
Okay, but moving 1 isn't a terrible thing.
Okay.
I don't know. It's up to you. You make good choices. It's all you.
Okay. This rotates back to level.
Perfect. Wonderful. Etc. 2, 3, 4, 5. This last guy's gone. Not super useful, but whatever. Here we are.
Move 1.
Next time is going to be spicy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You rolled 3 6s?
Yup.
Yikes.
I was like, what am I supposed to do?
That's tough. Okay, so let's get our dice back. Let's move down. Okay, and let's talk strategy. So, I feel like as much as it's tempting to move 0 this round, I think we want to move 1, right? If we can.
Well, we need to get rid of those planes.
We need to get rid of these planes, which requires us to get 2 1s or use coffee copiously. Okay? But I don't think we want to move 0 because we want to get off this because every time we have to add a new plane, right? So,
hey, but if it rolls over, then we don't need to add a new
You're
plane.
right, so roll a 6. Well, that's not a 6, Sarah.
There's no 6s on there. The highest one is 5.
Okay, well, that's not a 5. All right, so I think we need to try and move off, like, ideally, we want to move off this space.
Yeah.
And then, if that fails...
I might want to activate some brakes.
if that fails, we want to move 0, right? We have to do one of those, like we got to deal with those planes or move 0, right? Deal with those planes and move 1 would be better. And yeah, starting to activate these brakes and these things, not terrible. As say, so it'd be great, like it'd be great to radio ahead and stuff too.
Okay, I think we should
Okay,
start.
let's just do everything and it'll be fabulous. You're first.
Oops, I just knocked my clear shield.
How could you?
Okay, well, got news.
You've got news. Hey! Got rid of one of those planes. You know what? I've also got news.
Yes!
We got rid of 2 planes on that spot. Of course, if we move forward, then next turn we also have to get 2 1s, which sucks, but a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's tolerable. It's tolerable.
So we don't want to roll the travel.
No, we want to move off that spot. You're right. Oh, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. La 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 la. It's fine. Everything here is fine. This is totally fine. It's not fine. Okay. Okay. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
It is fine.
Because we got coffee?
Nope.
Yes, we stay level.
Here you go.
Okay. I'm gonna use one of these
Okay.
and turn this 1 that I have into a 2 so that I can activate this first break.
You didn't want to just do that and not use the coffee?
But then we might not be able to move.
I can't play less than a 1. I guess you're right. Just a 1 would make us not move. You're right. All right, cool. I think that wasn't a min-max kind of move. And I have a 6.
So we
Have 11, so we move 1. Because I increased this. I thought it was a disaster and I was going to have to play the 6 here and was going to have to coffee it down so we didn't explode. And then I realized, actually, because this is so far up, we only moved 1. Okay, so pretty good. All right, we still have our reroll, which is important because we might need it soon. I think I need to focus on radioing.
to get rid of some of these
because
planes.
like we have just a couple rounds to do. Like this, strictly speaking, the breaks are less important. Like if we don't have these, we lose, right? We want at least this 4 though, but we gotta work on these bad boys. And there's lots of planes still. 5. So we have to get rid of 5 planes. Actually, honestly, we basically need to max out all of our communications things because we need to get rid of 5 planes in the next 2
4 rounds.
like 2 turns basically, right? Like unless this would be a great time to go 0. You know what would help us going 0? Getting these.
Yeah,
Right?
okay.
Because then we can put higher numbers. Let's try and do that.
Sliding away off the edge
I'm not
of the
changing the
world.
camera. It's too hard. It's really difficult to do that consistently. And you... Wait. Did I go first last round?
You're supposed to go first this round.
Yeah, I think we moved that. Okay. So... This is yucky. Actually, yeah. Okay. Nice, nice. We're happy. This is good. All right. It's acceptable.
Radio. Radioing. Radioing is also acceptable.
Yeah. Sure it is. But, you know.
Oops, I also forgot to move.
That's okay. I believe.
Here's my best.
I mean, you don't have to do it right away. Okay, so we move one toward you. No big deal. Okay. And then... radio one of these planes out.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Nice. Immediately move 0.
0. I did it for you.
You did it for me.
Yeah. You said we want to move 0, right?
It's true. I did say that. I think I'm getting some coffee because I have a 5. I could do this, but I don't actually think we might need that. We didn't do very well on communication this time.
6.
Yeah, we've had these high dice and it's tough, hey?
I was like, oh, I could move this up, but then we still move. Because I have a 6 or a 2. And so I decided, let's play the 2 so we don't move.
Got it. Alright, so this is going to slide down. We have 3 rerolls, which, like...
It was good, considering our dice.
We want to move, we want to start moving. We probably got to really go hard on... Like, moving 2 is going to be really difficult. So we probably want to go hard on that old radio.
I start?
You do.
It landed.
Here you go.
What I do with coffee depends on whether or not... Okay, you know what, actually.
Yes, actually. You played a 6,
Yes, I did.
so we can't move less than 1.
Yes. Don't worry, I have a plan. We'll be able to do it.
Weird, but okay.
Hmm. Oh.
Oh, good. You know what? The good news is when flying and landing a plane, there's a high mistake tolerance. We can make lots of mistakes. Nothing goes wrong. It'll be fine. Do your best. I'm surprised we didn't crash the first time. It's not going to be the end of the world if we crash this time. What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Well, what I have isn't necessarily good because I forgot I don't have another space to radio.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that. Don't worry.
Okay, well, if if everything goes,
perfectly according to plan.
then if you could play a 1.
Don't, you can't talk. Like, we can't talk about that, right?
I guess that's good. Okay. I'm gonna use 1 single coffee
Okay.
to turn this into a 2.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play it here.
Okay.
And this moves up 1.
Okay. I hope your last die is good for the axis thing, because I don't think you paid attention. Anyways, I'm using both of these to turn this into a 1. Get rid of this plane so we don't die.
Okay, my last axis thing.
What is it? You ignore the axis and it's gonna kill us. You do it every time. All right, so I have a 5. So we have an 11, we move 1. Okay.
But now if I roll the lowest thing, we add a plane.
That's right. So
That's why I wanted to move.
So just don't do that. And I go first this time. 4,
Hey,
so we don't add a
add
plane.
anything.
Don't add a plane. Perfect. Now, listen. I need to activate this. Okay?
Yep.
And you really probably want to do these. We need a 1, but overall, I think we're looking pretty good.
And
So
we have 3
what's
rerolls
the
still.
biggest problem we have right now?
Axis.
Axis. So you need to play a low number there for
1.
sure. It doesn't have to be a 1. It just can't be like a 4 or something, or we'll lose more than likely, right?
Okay.
Let's do this.
Rolly, McRolly, roll.
Rolly, McRolly,
roll.
That's weird. but-
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
I like ooze.
I got
I
good
mean,
that.
oozing, things that are oozing aren't so good, but ooh is good. Look, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, solved. Acceptable. We're gonna do this one. 1, 2, 3 spots this way. Here we go. Can you see the runway lights? Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. It's foggy in London though, so you know. Oh wow, Sarah. Okay. So the only thing we're missing is I need this 5-6.
Yeah.
Right? And we need to move 1,
Yep.
which you know is a thing.
We can do that. It's guaranteed that we'll be able to do that.
I'm gonna coffee with this one.
I have a 6.
Nice. So 10.
I
so we
rolled
move
2
1.
6s, a 4, and a 1.
Nice.
The only thing I needed at least
Listen,
a 4 and a 6
I rolled
and a 1.
a pair of 1s and a pair of 4s. So I didn't have a lot of options. Before you roll, let's discuss. You're gonna go first. We're at the airport. The only thing that has to happen, we have 6 on here, so that's nice.
To
So
axis, and you
we
need
need to fix our axis, and I need to play lower than you. But I probably don't want to play like a 1, and you're forced to play a 2 or something like. Whatever. We'll talk about
And
that
you
some
also
other
need
time.
to activate that.
I need to activate this, and we need to level out. And then we need our engines to still be under 6. So we still need them to be fairly low.
Yeah.
Okay, but we have 3 rerolls. So not bad. Not bad.
Okay,
Oh man. Okay. You go first this time. Make good choices.
so we want to move 0?
It doesn't matter. We don't actually get to move on the last round.
Oh.
We just have to have less than our braking. Okay. That's a pretty reasonable one, I would say. Oh yeah. I think playing a 6 there was dangerous, but it worked out this time. So everything's activated. We're all lit up here. Drinking some coffee. Taking it easy. I got this 1. We got snake eyes on the engine. Is 1 + 1 lower than 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So I think that means we win. And I have another one. I rolled a pair of 1s and a pair of 4s last turn, and a pair of 1s and a pair of 5s this turn. We did it.
A pair of 1s and a 2 and a 6.
Nice.
We landed.
We landed in Heathrow. That one was a little hairy for a bit there. I think we could have died with the number of planes that were in flight, but it wasn't wild.
We survived though.
Should we try one that has a extra thing in it?
I'm kind of scared. I don't.
That sounds like a yes.
Oh.
We'll still play an easy one, but one that has something. Okay. Do we want...
Okay, let's remember what the symbols mean first.
Well, this is a truck. That's the intern. That's the only one I know.
Okay, let me...
I don't know.
Let me...
There's intern. There's... kerosene. And... which is probably like refueling or de-icing or something. And then there's kerosene and a special thing. Let's not do that one. So, okay. Is it going to be... Do we want a kerosene or an intern? Here, you know what we'll do? I will shuffle them up, and you will pick a hand. So we got Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta? No. Yeah.
Gardermoen.
Okay. I don't know where that is. Oslo, Norway?
Oslo.
All right. So, look away. Look away. Close your eyes. Stop it. Close your eyes. Look away. All right, left or right?
Right.
We got Hartsfield Jackson, Atlanta.
Intern.
All right.
So... This is so long. 4?
Well, no. Okay.
I think we should have picked the other one.
Okay, so fewer spawn, right? Okay, so.
Can we pick the other one?
No, we cannot.
It's longer and it has 4 tracks.
I believe in us. Don't you believe in us? I believe in us.
No.
I believe in us.
I don't.
Okay, so we got the intern. Let's see. Additional setup. It says place the intern board below the control panel. So that is this. Okay? An intern has been assigned to you. They will be helpful during the flight, but you must finish their training before you land. It says place a random face-up intern token on each space. So those are these. So grab one and put on the first space.
Good. Isn't this good?
Yeah. Okay. So, here's how the intern works. It actually isn't bad at all. Okay? So we have to train them in the air. So, as an action, we can place a die here, or you would place one there, obviously, and we get to take one of these, and then that is like having a die that's a value 1. We could use it, like I could use it here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay? But the die I place can't be the same value as the thing I take. So I couldn't place a 1 and take this one. Okay? And these can't be used to gain coffee, and they can't be modified by coffee. So it's just a 1. Deal?
Okay. Can they be used for like axis and engines?
Yeah, it says you use it just like a normal thing.
Except for coffee.
Except for coffee, that's right. And you have to fully train your intern by the time you land. If there's still any intern tokens there, you lose. Okay?
Capiche. Mm-hmm. There's actually somebody named Capiche at my school.
Really?
Yeah. And a lot of people know them. And so I don't, because whoever they were in Miss Warden's class last year.
Yeah.
And I don't really know who they were. So.
Somebody who you don't know well. Are they in your class now?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to see if we can save intern tokens. But I don't know.
DuckDuckGo.
Anyways, we can figure that out. DuckDuckGo is a search engine like Google, but less privacy.
More ducky.
With more ducks. That's right. Exactly. So, anyways, let's do this, Sarah. Let's play.
Did you make this or did you buy it somewhere?
What?
This.
I bought that. Could make something like that. It's not a terrible idea. I would really like to know how the intern tokens work. Anyways, let's what do we need to do? We need to put out our planes. Here. I leave you in charge of.
Hey, there's not actually that many planes except
Yeah,
for
we
the fact
start
that-
with fewer and then we roll the die a bunch, right?
the plane brawl. I want to make it like that. Tell me, do you like the plane brawl?
I don't know what you mean. Oh, the fighting there. Yeah. I think that's sort of weird.
What about the people in chat? Do they like the plane brawling?
I don't know.
The average plane brawling?
The extreme plane brawl. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Roll that dice 4 times. Let's put out those other planes.
3. 1.
1, 4, 2, 3.
Whoa.
That's 3. 5. All right, at least that's different. Whoa, that was 4. You did 4, right? 2 there, 1 there, and 1 there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all done. Okay, let's do it. You're first. What do you think we need to do? I think, listen.
Intern.
Oh, we need to reset these.
Intern.
So we should not forget about the intern, but I don't think it's a big
And I
concern.
think we should move one at.
Yeah, we have to move 1 or we probably lose. But it wouldn't be terrible. Moving 1's probably good. At some point, we're going to have to move 2. What do you think? Let's make a little flight plan here. If we move 1 to here, right? What about if we try and get rid of these planes so that we can move 2 the next time and then we skip over this space and we don't have to add other planes?
Yeah.
Okay? So that means probably
Hey, look,
don't...
it switched to the slide cam.
It means probably...
For my roll.
Perfect. So Sarah, it means probably we don't want to put out our landing gear yet because we want to fly. Or I guess our landing gear doesn't matter so much. I don't want to do this yet because we want to move 2 in the near future. Mm-hmm. And we got to be busy on that communication.
Axis. Note to self, don't neglect axis.
It's true. It's true. It's true. You're first. What you got?
Think
Oh,
about-
hey, we don't have these. I really don't know if we're supposed to put 2 here. It says it in the rules, but it's really weird the way it's written. It's not marked otherwise, so we'll just keep doing it. I think plane brawls sound scary. I agree. A 6? A 6?
It's risk that I'm willing to take.
All right. All right. I'm glad for us. All right. Getting rid of the plane. It's the 3. Calling ahead, radioing that plane. What do you think of this game so far, Sarah?
I think it's pretty good.
I'm enjoying it. It's interesting. It's very straightforward.
Another 6.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because else it'll ruin.
Yeah. But I like I like your commitment to
6s.
things. All right. We're going to put a 5 here. Oh, wow. You're getting those brakes fired up real early.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This almost works, but it doesn't quite. So we're going to put this here, and then we'll move 1. So we don't have to put out 4 new planes.
Hey, I want to say get coffee, but I don't want to say get coffee.
Why not?
Actually,
Okay. What's the thing? Also, you forgot to make the sh sound on the switch. How could you? Shh. There you go. Hey, and look, because I moved the plane, I can now use my 2. Get rid of this one.
we can move 2 next turn.
Yeah, and then we skip over that and we don't have to do it.
Yeah.
All right, so we
You got the idea.
So let's get this back and let's discuss our strategy. We have that reroll token. We already had it. So I'm gonna go first this time. So we want to move 2 this time. We need at least 9. If I activate any of these, we would need 10. So, and I would like to activate 1 if I can. So
How about after we moved, you can activate 1?
Well, that's also true. But we want to be putting like 4s or better in there, right? If we both put a 4, we don't make it 2. And we'd really like to make it 2 because we have to add fewer planes. And I'd rather move 2 and do less communication. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try and make sure our engines are beefy. And I should be playing a higher one here than you because we're a little tilted to your side.
But if we can do communication, we should.
Oh, of course. I think that's always true. Also, let's not forget the insurance.
No.
All right. I'm ready to go.
I think I got some pretty good dice this time.
You think you
considering
got
the
some
situation.
pretty good dice this time. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of the gate with that.
Then way to guarantee this. We make it 9, we move 2, right?
Yes. Because 9's on the far side of this.
So we move 2.
We move 2. Whoops. 1, 2, and then we're not gonna have to resolve that. But this is on the 1, which we'll want to deal with. Okay, so
You can do one of those now.
I can do one of those now.
Hey, look at what I got.
1. We're leveled out. Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
Can't argue with being leveled out.
Nope. I'm gonna train the intern.
Oh, you're gonna use it there?
Well,
I think.
I think I do that on a separate turn.
Oh, okay.
Right? I think so.
I had the
I would
same
assume.
idea as you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. What did you play here?
My video quality just went down somehow. I played a 4. That might be a you thing, Martina. I don't know. I don't think we're dropping frames or anything. I think it's working pretty good.
As far as I can see. Yes. Maybe you just need to fix the video quality.
Well, maybe we're supposed to do it immediately. You can then place that token on any space you'd normally be able to place a die. Maybe we are supposed to just do this immediately. So I would have put this here to get rid of that.
I put mine here.
Okay, did you move the blue thing? Nice. Okay, and then I guess we just did our 2 move, so we're okay. So I think I could do this.
I want to get some coffee.
All right, I like it.
I could have gotten
like it.
fully, like, all
Just
my
blurry,
landing
not
gear.
sure. I can. I'll try and reload. Yeah, I don't know. The stream health thing says that it's very limited data on YouTube, but it says that it's fine essentially. So I don't know. All right, so we're looking pretty good, I think, right? We get our dice back.
I don't know where we put these.
Just set them aside somewhere.
Oh, there's an X side. Maybe we just put it back here. But X.
Sure. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, and then this is going to move down. You're going to go first this round. And we're nice and synced up here now. That's really weird.
Minor issues.
Oh, probably more than minor issues.
Yeah, guess it just like power outage. I don't know.
No, the monitor just turned off because we haven't done anything in a while. They turn off after like an hour or something.
Oh,
right?
So we've been streaming for that long?
No, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, whoa, let's talk about what we need to do first. So,
I don't think we want to, I mean, at least for me, not to upgrade this.
So, if we're feeling spicy, we could try to fly 0 and stay on this spot because these two next ones have dice, right? So if we stay on this spot, that would be cool, but we would have to then fly 2 sometime in the future, right?
Yeah.
What do we think?
I think that's good.
Okay.
A good
So we
plan.
want to try and fly 0. If we do fly 1, it's not critical or anything. So I want to continue trying to. We want to try and communicate these guys away.
Yeah,
We got lots.
yeah.
We got lots of planes that we got to get rid of, and
Travel dice.
we have travel dice, so we're going to be putting out more. So we should try and focus on communication. And you're doing really good. So you probably have a little bit extra bandwidth for the communication. All right, let's give it a try. Oh boy. These are dice. These dice are Dyson.
Are you sure they're not rolling?
That's it. Taking you back to the zoo. It's
Please tell me.
no, it's no.
Was the joke good?
No. It was bad. Okay, you're first. You're first. So cute, says Grandma.
See, chat disagrees with you.
Hard to disagree. Hard disagree.
See, chat disagrees with you.
All right. What you doing?
I'm just trying to look ahead. No, the planes. Because I was thinking of communication
Okay.
to get rid of.
A little pumpkin, I'm thinking? I don't think we got quite a pumpkin on our hands yet.
Hi, I'm not a pumpkin. I'm not like. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay, whoa. Maybe you are a pumpkin. Wow. Oh my god, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Okay, Sarah. That's it.
Microphones.
All right, your turn. Here you go.
Oh,
So sorry.
we have some. Okay. I'll use this coffee
Okay.
to increase my 1 to a 2 so that we're not almost dead.
I mean, well, that's okay. Even a 1, we wouldn't have died. We just would have had to level up out next time.
Yeah, I know.
So I think, okay, let's talk about this after the round from a strategic perspective. Let's talk about that a little bit, okay? After. Okay? So, okay, you go.
With my dice,
We're moving 7.
we're guaranteed to move on.
Okay, that's okay.
That's my lowest die.
Okay, so the 8, we're gonna go 1. But that's okay. That's okay. Because
Radio. I moved fully out.
what'd you do?
I used a 6 to move this up one.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna radio this other guy. So they're gone. All right, let's get these back. I go first this round. Let's talk strategy.
Strategicness.
Okay, so got it figured out. I'm glad, Martina. So I got lots to do here. You got to do a little bit more on the communication. Okay, we don't have to fly 2. But if we did, we would skip over this die spot. We'd have to get rid of that plane first. So I think we either want to get rid of that plane and then fly 2, or just fly 1.
Get rid of the plane.
I think get rid of the plane and fly 2.
Because we need to fly 2.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah, because
we flew 1 last round.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We didn't fly 0. If we had flown 0, if these are out of, like, if they're uneven, we potentially have to fly 2. The other thing we have to not forget.
Internship.
Okay. Oh, and leveling out. So, hey. We were going to talk strategy on this. Listen, imagine you had not used our coffee and this was here. That makes it really easy for us for our next turn, because it would be, if we go back your way, it'd be really hard to die. Right? So you could play a high number confidently, and even if you put a 6 and I put a 2, we're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we don't die. Right? So it's just worth considering that this, using that and just letting the passengers suffer as we rock back and forth horribly, instead of using coffee.
Imagine if there was passengers to worry about in this. That would be sad.
Yeah, totally. I guess the further to the outside we are, the more room we have to recover. So it actually makes it easier to recover, because we don't know what dice are going to be played.
We also need to roll this.
Yes, we do. Roll goodly. 4. That's not quite goodly, 2, but it's not horrible. It'll work. Whoa! All right, let's do this. I go first this time.
Dice.
I have some dice. These dice are dice. The diciest damn dice that ever diced.
You sure about that?
No.
You extra sure about that?
No. Okay.
I'm not even partly sure.
I'm not even a little sure. Exactly. No.
You could use a reroll.
I think it is a reroll time, actually. Because
I didn't.
These are
trash dice.
These are really yucky. I'm gonna reroll 3 of these.
The dots of destiny.
The dots of destiny. It's true. Don't tell Jamie Daggers. She'll be angry.
I will tell Jamie.
I know you will. That's why I said, hey, Aristo, welcome in.
Morning.
Nice to see you. Aristo is on like the other side of the world.
Okay, I might.
Okay, so I rerolled. Are you gonna reroll anything?
Yeah. Just one.
Okay.
To see if I get it better. Got the same.
Oh, I shouldn't look at your dice. I'm glad you pointed and I instinctively looked. But that's okay. Okay, so we are going to do this and get rid of this. It's 5:21. Gotta go to work. Oof, that's early. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Risto. We've been trying
to land some planes.
But that's not what I was gonna say. But we've been succeeding at landing planes. We have been trying out YouTube because my daughter Sarah, she can join me on stream here, and so far,
so good.
So good. She's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little late for her, maybe. But we've successfully landed our plane twice now. Wild. And we're trying a slightly harder scenario here. It's going pretty okay. I gotta figure out that camera. I know, but that would... when it's not the dice tray there, that thing automatically switching, I think will be really nice. Right now, it's just not. It's not quite right. It's not quite right. We'll figure it out in a future stream. Okay, so what is left here? I think that
A break.
I think that I need to activate this.
Ooh, that works out perfectly for me, actually.
I've played this on BGA, crushed the plane pretty hard every time. Wow. It's interesting. Trombone was in chat saying she'd played it on BGA as well.
With Time Roller?
With Time Roller, yeah. I was surprised. Man, I want to make this work. We got to get training this intern, which I shouldn't have said. But I'm just going to do this instead, because otherwise we're not going to have enough time. We're also doing that. Okay, so we have to train the intern, like both of us, every time now. Right? So let's take these back.
Other things that were required.
But if we don't finish training the intern, we lose. Right?
Oh wait, if we both do 2, then we both win. Then we do it.
Yeah, but there's only 3 rounds left, so we basically have to not do it. Right? So this moves down. We get our other. We have 2 rerolls available now. Okay. So let's talk about what we need to do. You want to play a slightly higher thing on our axis.
Like if you played a 2, I would want to play a 3.
And we want to move 0, right? So we want to play low here. If we moved 1, it would be okay, but we'd rather move 0, right? Yes. So I need to get working on these. It wouldn't be horrible. We both have to intern, and it wouldn't be horrible for you to try and communicate some of those away. You good?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. All right. You're first this time, my dear.
Oh, yeah.
What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
I've got a radio.
Nice. I'm gonna put this 6 here to train the intern, and I'll use the 4 in order to activate that flap. All right. Oh, you're also interning. What are you using a 5 for?
I'm using a 5 down here.
On the engine?
Yeah.
The engine that we didn't want to travel.
Oh.
Cool. Okay. So that's all
I don't
right.
know what else to use it on, because I can't use coffee and I can't use it on anything else except for the axis.
Yeah.
Which I don't think.
This is why we don't want to get stuck.
Actually, wait. I want to do it on axis because then I can get a higher chance of getting a higher number than you.
Okay. This is probably a good reason for us not to intern late, right? You're not peeking at my dice, are you?
No.
Are you sure you weren't?
Mm-hmm.
I think you were.
I wasn't.
I'm gonna look at the VOD. Am I gonna see you peeking at my dice?
Okay. No.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
Interesting, because I think you were. I think you were. But that's okay. I will play my 4, so this will even us out. And it's your go. Oh, sweet deal. All right, so I'm gonna play a 3, so that gets us 7, which moves us 0. And it's your go. Coffee. Don't forget to put the token in. And this worked out pretty perfectly because I have a 2, which I can use to remove one of these.
Yeah.
All right, so we get all of our dice back. Okay, I get to go first this round. We have 2 rerolls.
Should move this.
So we want to move 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need decently high dice because we need at least an 8 to move one, right? And then I need to activate this, but I could use my intern to do it.
Yep.
So I can use basically any die to activate that. And so that's pretty nice. And we're even already, so we should try and stay even.
Yep.
All right.
I think that's all we need to know.
Let's see how it goes. Oops, I just spun the dice. Okay, so how are we gonna make this work?
If you look in the VOD and...
See you looking at my dice?
No, if you see me turning my dice, that's just because I memorized what the dice were, and so I turned them back to their original things.
Very, very suspicious.
How dare you do this to me? You treat me like this. Why would you do this to me?
Here you go.
I'm breaking out the brakes.
Okay. I want to ask you a legitimate question.
Yes.
Why did you do that first? Nothing bad's gonna happen if we don't have our brakes on this turn, right?
I guess.
No. Don't change it. Just work with me on the engines and axis because we don't want to get caught. Or are you trying to move this? I thought you were trying to take the dice back.
Mm-mm.
I see. All right. Okay.
No. I mean, yes.
I'm using this one to activate this. So all of our gear is activated and ready. Provided we don't spin out, we're looking pretty good. Pretty good.
If I radio and do that, I can't do my intern. Does it need to be done by this round?
No, we just before we land. So next round.
So
I just, Sarah, like you won't work with me on like the axis. Like I cheated and told you to do it, and you won't. So I'm gonna put this here and hope that we don't lose. Good thing we left the one thing that could kill us till the very end of the game when we have fewer dice.
I'm sorry.
Guess what we didn't need to do? Radio. Guess what we could have done? Got a coffee or something. You know?
Can I take my action?
Gotta go earn some bucks, have fun. Thanks for dropping in, Risto. Appreciate you stopping by.
Can I take back my move?
Nope.
No! I think we're gonna crash today.
So we don't move any. So we really didn't need to radio ahead because you made us not move. Amazing. Okay, we're definitely losing. Cool. Whoa, I have a die, my dear.
Get me a coffee.
You can't do that, but I have nothing to do other than get a coffee. So, but you're gonna immediately move or use. Well, that was pretty cheaty, I think. But okay, so listen. This was, I think we lose anyway, actually, because we don't get to move on the last round because this is here and we need to be even. We can't move and break on the last round, so I think we lost. I believe. But let's see here. 1. You know, that 2 would have helped us move and we wouldn't have radioed ahead and we would have been fine. All right. All right. So let's see here. Let's see if we get this. All right. So special cases, not reaching the airport in time. You've crash landed before reaching the airport, you lost the game. So we lost. So, what did we learn? If you had, instead of radioed ahead, put that here, we would have moved, and we wouldn't have lost, and then the next round we would have been able to deal with that plane, right? So, critical learning for next time. What should we do first, generally? It's, but it's not move. It's like, think about this like it's, imagine we were playing.
Depends on the situation.
Of course, but imagine we were playing like, I'm trying to think of a good example that you would know.
See, we crashed a plane. This plane. The passengers are just like, what's happening?
So
Fire and death.
Normally, if we're playing like a worker placement game or something, it's like opportunity cost. I want to go places that are going to be contested because I want to get there first before you, right? And because this is cooperative, it's the same thing. I want to do the things that we need to do for sure early, and if I can't do them early, then I want to go get coffee, right? And the things that are optional, I want to leave till last because they're optional. If I have to do them next round, well, at least there is a next round. Instead, we have crashed and burned.
And died.
Died a horrible death. But that's okay, that's okay. Lesson learned for next time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think it's probably time for us to wrap up. It's 8:30. I think there is a bit of pumpkin happening. Okay, yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely no pumpkin. So, we don't have to raid on YouTube Live, which is weird but true.
Weird but true.
Because there's like sort of like a raid feature, but it's not. You need to have more subscribers than we have. You know. So in any case, let's wrap up here. So, how was your first stream experience?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. What was the best part?
I don't know.
What was the worst part?
I don't know.
What was the part?
What?
I don't know. What do you think of Sky Team?
It was
overall?
fun,
Yeah?
but it was kind of hard.
It was hard. It was interesting, I thought, because I was surprised because half your dice have to be placed in these things, and it's a little bit speculative. Like the engine thing feels like you can kind of talk about it and plan. But this thing's really tough, and you can just kind of insta-lose, right? Which feels a little yucky. I don't love that for us. What do you think?
I mean, I think the axis was kind of hard. I wish they had given, like, maybe a bit more room in between. Like, instead of there just being 3, maybe there could have been, like, 4.
Yeah, I think that would have made it significantly easier. I think in order to get better at this game, we need to tolerate the axis going side to side. Because if this is 1, 2 over here, then we know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots before losing, right? So you can always.
And also 1.
What do you mean? No, if you go here, you immediately lose.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, we would, but like if we rocked all the way to the right, then we know that I just have to play a low die, a 1 or a 2 or 3 even, and you have to play any high die and we'll move back toward your side, right? And I think we should probably settle into just like being okay with not keeping it level, because it actually makes it easier. If it's in the middle and we mess up, if we're off by 3, we lose. If we're here, we know what we have to do, and it's much harder for us to lose. So I think it's actually better to let it like, not good for passengers. But, I just realized we're on the front cam. Nobody could see us messing around with that axis thing the whole time.
No.
Oh well. They understand.
But no, the passengers on the plane be like, why is the plane tilting? Why am I out of my seat? Why am I hitting my head on the floor?
Exactly. What did you think of the intern thing?
It was.
I think if we remember it, it actually makes the game easier, not harder.
Yeah.
We could give this something we have to do, but like this being a 6 or whatever meant it was like, oh look, instead of having to get a 5 or a 6, I can play any dice, right?
Any dice?
So that was a little easier.
Wait, turns into a 6? Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's wrap up.
Would you rather have any dice, but you wouldn't get to choose its value, or any dice, but it turns into a 6?
Okay, the pumpkin effect is definitely real. Definitely real. Okay, we are going to wrap up because otherwise Sarah is going to just continue to get crazier and crazier. So thank you for being here for our first stream on YouTube, or well, second stream on YouTube, but first with Sarah. Are we going to do this next Wednesday?
Do you want to?
No, I can't. You know what? Honestly, streaming's fun, but my partner, not that good.
How could you say this?
Okay, maybe I made that up. So yeah, we're going to try and stream on YouTube here every Wednesday going forward.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Same time, same place. I think maybe we might try and start at 5:30 instead of 6. Because
gives
then,
us more room.
Well, then if we wrap,
6 room.
I feel like if we wrapped up maybe 15 minutes ago, this would have been a little easier because it is getting a little late for you, my dear. So, anyway, we will be back here. I vote for every Wednesday. Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna stream on YouTube every Wednesday. I will be on my normal schedule on Twitch Thursdays and Sundays.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Thursday evenings and Sunday afternoons. So you'll see me on Twitch hopefully tomorrow. I'll see you guys all there. And thanks for coming out. I had lots of fun today, and I look forward to playing more Sky Team with you in the future. But we'll probably do something different for
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday is a surprise. Nobody gets to know.
Nobody gets to know.
Nobody.
It's a secret.
Only you and me get to know.
Oh, okay.
It's a secret. It's a secret from the viewers.
Ah, okay.
And chat.
We'll have to figure that out together. Okay, cool. Well, thanks.
Not even mom can know.
Not even mom can know. A surprise even for mom. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's say our goodbyes then and wrap up. So thanks for coming out. Everybody. I'll see you guys on Twitch tomorrow. 7 p.m. on Thursday nights I start. Just a little bit later than we started today. And Sunday, 1 p.m. And other than that, it should be the huge. If you haven't checked out my latest YouTube video, you should. The Bloody Inn, great game, good review. And yeah, with that, see you guys next time.
I bid you adieu.
Oh my God. See you guys.